Hello, greetings, everybody. It's been a while. I know. I had to take a break from YouTube for a while just to kind of collect thoughts and sort of like find things to really talk about, because the only things that I actually talk about, which are, out of YouTube and on YouTube, I always talk about either my job, or I talk about my boyfriend, or I talk about just a bunch of random stuff. And I could probably go over that in a different video, why I've been away, changes in my life and stuff like that. But that is completely up to all of y'all, because I'm not going to put out something that you're not going to be interested in watching. And in fact, this video right now probably doesn't pertain to your interest whatsoever. But do I give a shit? Probably not. Anyway, I do what I want. But I do like to get general feedback on things. First and foremost, before I even begin talking about what I want to talk about and all that garb, I want to send out a huge thank you to all of you for all of the overwhelming responses to my sugar baby videos. And honestly, that's a really hard topic for me to talk about, because it's a past thing that I have dealt with, and it's something that I've felt so strongly to come out with. And because of all your feedback and because of all the exposure of those videos, I have been contacted by several places asking me to make appearances on certain talk shows to talk about it. I got contacted by some rep from the Wendy Williams show asking me about being interviewed and stuff like that. And that was kind of cool. Like, my heart stopped a little bit, I'll be honest. But at this moment in time, I respectfully declined everything that I was offered. The only thing that I've actually been doing pertaining to that whole issue is just been giving, regular standard advice when asked. But if you have tried contacting me and I haven't answered you, there's probably one of two reasons as to why I did not respond to you. And one is probably because your questions were pretty much everything that was explained in the video that you saw. And two, it was probably because I was tired and just didn't feel like doing it and I forgot about it. So it's one of those reasons. But thank you, and I appreciate it. And there's more to come, and you never know what will happen. Never know what will be next. So this topic is completely out of the blue, and it's something that I've, haven't really researched at all, because it's something that just never really crossed my mind until I was on some type of music forum, whatever you want to call it, somewhere on the internet, and there was a topic going back and forth about people who listen to metal only listening to metal. And that kind of like struck me for a second there, where I thought, wait a minute, why do you people think that just because we are metalheads means we have to stick to that certain genre? No, we don't do that. Okay, first of all, I just want to tell you that I am a very open-minded person all around. There are some subjects that really kind of get to me, but music is something that I'm very open-minded to. It's something that I like to explore in. I love metal. I really do. I go to many shows. I support local bands, things like that. Like, you gotta, I don't like saying this, but you gotta come from the bottom to get back up, or to get up, whatever. That didn't really sound right. But you get what I'm saying. And basically, exposure like that, big or small, mainly I'm talking about small exposure, can lead to a lot, and I have experienced that firsthand with a lot of my friends who are in bands. But back on topic, people who listen to metal, do not have to listen to just metal. And in fact, there are a lot of people out there that don't just listen to metal, that happen to love metal. And when people think of metal, they're probably thinking of the death metal style genre music. And there are many different types of metal, and I love all types of metal. I just don't love every bit of it. So yes, like, it's something that's just that. But there are so many people that are avid metal fans that listen to so many different things. Like, for instance, some metalheads like to listen to country every once in a while. I personally don't have a taste for it, and it's something that I live in a small town, everybody listens to it, but that's not why I don't listen to it. I don't listen to it because I don't like that lifestyle. It just doesn't suit me. It may suit somebody else, but it's just not me. And when you live in a small town, that's kind of it, And that's what country music talks about a lot, is small towns, tractors, cowboy boots, and whatever, heartbreak, something like that. And anyway, some people like to listen to pop music. So whether it's Katy Perry or Lady Gaga or Britney Spears, Miley Cyrus, whoever. I mean, if you want to listen to some fucking Taylor Swift and you're a metalhead, you go and you do that, because whatever makes you happy is awesome. Being happy is great. If it gives you those endorphins that get you high off of life, that's amazing. Like, that is something that I'm totally on board with. But it just pisses me off when people think that us metalheads are very closed-minded. That's kind of where I'm getting at with this whole topic, is a lot of people think that metalheads are completely closed-minded, that we are not open to any other different type of music. We're all about being goth-looking and etc. Now look at me. Look at me. Yes, I have crazy red hair, and that is just because I have always wanted to be a redhead forever. And I've been a redhead forever. Just not my whole life. I mean, unless you count strawberry blonde as like a strain of red, then cool, I've been a redhead my whole life. But other than that, like, look at me. Everybody that I talk to, they'll ask me, what kind of music do I like, or that I prefer to listen to. And I'm like, I'm a metalhead. I love metal. Like, that's just my preference as genre music. And they look at me kind of weird, thinking, oh my God, you look nowhere near like somebody that would listen to that kind of music. And it stuns me because, in society, I think society has changed quite a bit of appearance, especially, when it comes to music. I mean, I remember back in like 04, 05, etc. Like, people who listened to emo style music looked emo, and etc. Goth, industrial, they looked that way, etc. And that it just, nowadays, people kind of keep that stereotype alive, which, whatever, it's cool, but, I mean, people, when I say that I like metal, people look at me strange, or like, wow, I thought you would come off as somebody that would say you like pop music. And I do like some pop music. I love to listen to Justin Timberlake. I love Katy Perry. Like, I'll listen to Gaga, Britney Spears. I don't really care for pop music wholeheartedly, but I do like it from time to time. Sometimes I need a break from all the heavy stuff to, float me on a different cloud. It's just weird. It's just weird that people, like, look at somebody and, like, instantly think that you like this certain type of music. But, I mean, even black people, like, I'm sorry, I shouldn't say black people, colored people. Like, you look at them and you only think, like, instantly in your head, they like rap or hip-hop, R&B. And, I'll be honest, when I first met my one friend, Darius, shout out, hi, he and I worked at Target together, and I instantly thought that just because he was colored means that he liked rap music. And that was weird. Like, I mean, maybe he listens to it on occasion, but he came out and told me, no, I love metal. Like, that was my thing. That's what he says. Like, metal's my thing. And I'm like, wow, I was stunned. And I was like, that's pretty cool though. Like, you don't see a lot of African American people, like, stereotypically being into metal. And it's so cool though that there are a lot of colored people that are into heavier music other than rap, you know? Like, it's awesome. And that's something that I'm like totally like, yeah, you know, more races into this. Like, this is great. So, and I mean, it's like whenever I see Killswitch Engage, like before, you know, when Howard was fronting it, and now Jesse's back, it just always stunned me because when I first heard him, never seen Howard at all, I thought he was a white man. Because, you know, like all the bands that I've ever seen, really, once I started expanding my mind, I've always pictured them to be white people, you know, like a race thing really didn't come on to me until later on, but I was stunned, like a black man fronting a metal band. That's pretty awesome, you know, that's a little groundbreaking to say the least. I mean, I know a lot of Hispanic people that front metal bands, and that's pretty cool as well. But it's weird, like, you know, you don't see it more often, and it should, you know, it should be a more frequent thing. But just be warned that judging somebody stereotypically makes you look like an asshole. So I felt like an asshole for a long time for, you know, instantly judging Darius that he listened to rap and only that. Maybe he does in his spare time, but it's pretty awesome that he is a colored person listening to metal. So, yeah, from time to time, I like to listen to different types of music. I love to listen to indie music. I like to listen to a little classic rock. Pop, like I said. You know, there's some country that's okay, but I'm not wholeheartedly into that as well as pop. I like listening to a lot of things. I love classical music as well. Like, it's something that's kind of always been with me. I like going old school, listening to old 90s music, you know, the one-hit wonders. It's just that. Like, I don't always listen to metal, but it is my, you know, first choice and preference. So, yeah, this is basically what I wanted to talk about, and it's probably a weird thing to just come on and say. So, anyway, that's it for me on that topic. So, there will be more that will be discussed as time goes on. I have been planning on doing a boyfriend tag, and I'm pretty excited about that because I've never done one of those with anybody. I haven't even done a best friend tag with my best friend. Like, how weird is that? I've been thinking about doing that. I've been thinking about, I don't know, discussing other life-changing events. Not like anything has really changed much. The only thing that really does from time to time is my hair, and that's just about it. But other than that, this is basically it. So, I guess I will just leave it at that, and you'll just have to see. So I'm Josie, and I'll see you when you see me. Bye-bye.